her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran's off her medication. She's over at the safe haven. Detective 12, take a check that one out.
6 1 bullet, 2 points, take your shots.
Officer still stands for time? No. Offender in custody? Anyone else close like this for us, let me know.
Sweet. Can you let us supervisor know that where's attached?
We got to wait for that sweet phone, the sweet saxophone. Ooh, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second here. All right, there we go. Can you all hear me okay? Let me know. I think something's wrong with my StreamYard's being buggy here. It's like something's wrong with my microphone. Can you guys hear me okay? You can hear me okay? Okay, good. I wanted to put this up here. Time reading. I know sometimes people out there might not have their bifocals, all right? But this is what peace, positivity, and progress, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. You have to understand the things that are coming from this individual, the same one that thinks that it's normal for gunshots to go off next to a church, a middle school, and a high school. You can check the tape. I mean, they must have a hard time seeing things because, see, it's peace, positivity, and progress. See what I'm saying? And when it comes to what we're about, we've only promoted working with narc divers and Bugsby Adventures, among others. By the way, we will be collaborating with them this coming weekend for Riley Strain. Shout out to Busby and Narc Divers. I'll be dropping their link in chat. But when it comes to misinformation, assisted them in their efforts for that weekend search. 2 days after we were done with our searches, we found out the details and haven't worked with them since. PIs, the ones telling them where they needed to send the dog and send the boats. We're doing everything we can to help Sebastian. So if y'all want to check somebody, maybe you should check the PIs. Okay? Because we were assisting to have done. Check your facts instead of spreading misinformation. You see, we've only promoted working with narc divers and Busby Adventures, amongst others, and we will be working with them again this weekend. I can't wait. Shout out to them. Now, when it comes to this other phobia stuff that's being talked about, well, again, misinformation. I have family members that are some of my good friends. I'm sorry, what? Again, misinformation. If people actually did their homework, and I see, with the trolls in the chat, the live chat, you probably shouldn't discuss your plan much. you have in a live chat. You know what I'm saying? Because then it gives the other person even more notice. Shout out to the trolls. Appreciate you for the heads up. Appreciate you for the heads up. Channels are doing, and this is what I want to say to the community. What these other channels are doing is spreading misinformation. What they're trying to do is they're trying to create confetti beyond what they want to use as shock words and misinformation, right? To get the clicks and views. It's trying to between you and the truth. And what I'm saying to my community is with the on the road shows, the live on location shows, and the shows that we do in between. You guys spend damn near 24 hours a day with me and with each other. So I think we all have a pretty good idea of who we are and what we're about. Again, other people are trying to create confetti, some people in the live chats, some people on the panels. Now, when it comes to the whole phobia, no, nobody's phobic over here. Nobody's phobic at all. In fact, in fact, we promote everything if it's positive. So I don't know what they're talking about. Now, when it comes to them themselves, well, I'm sorry. You've already presented yourself as a ugly soul, and the content that you keep making already continues to show people. And when it comes to the misinformation that you're promoting in the reaches that you're going to promote that misinformation, I'm frustrated with YouTube and life in general that you feel the need to even do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I appreciate this community here because we don't need to take the time to spend any of our time being negative. It's always about being positive, being about community, being about doing it together because we have that collective voice. Now, do we come across ugly people sometimes? Yes, we do. It's called reality. And what we promote the positive, the progressive, and the peaceful. So, shout out again, Narc Divers Busby Adventures. Thank you again for all your hard work this weekend and your searches and the help. I'm glad that I was able to anyway. Um, we specialize on the ground search, and to be able to collab with and to navigate us through all these areas, and then shout out to Narc Divers for allowing us to get on the boat to help take our approach and and uh, and be able to get out on the boat and do all of that together. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Trouble. Shout out. So when it comes to this other misinformation and then what they're meaning as the PPP, the peace, positivity, and progress, I'm sorry you don't have your bifocals on. Okay, I'm sorry you don't have your bike, just like you didn't when you would look up a Google map where we were searching the pond and there was gunshots going off. If you went to Google Maps with your bifocals, you that there's a church, a middle school, and a high school right next to where we were getting the gunshots from. That is not normal. I'm sorry they think it's normal. Again, it's propaganda. Propaganda. You sit with us. You spend a couple hours with them. You see what they're about. You see what we're about. You see, it's unfortunate that some people feel the need to go that route, but the more you try and do the good thing, the more negative people are going to come. And that's unfortunate because there's always more negativity out there than there is positivity. That's why we're always about being peace possible because at the end of the day, when everybody at 100 and I know you're tired of hearing it, but 150%, it's about always being about others more than yourself. And if we could have a instead of ourselves, we all we all win. Thank you. Shout out to them. Appreciate them very much. We're gonna be, doing some more stuff for Riley Strain this weekend, all of us together again. And also, uh, by the way, I took a whole day break off today. I slept 16 hours. I needed it, but we got some more stuff coming up here soon. I just need a little bit more of a break because my body is telling me, "Yo, dude, I was out there for" I mean, you guys know, you spent all day with me. You know what I mean? You guys know. My body's telling me that I need a little bit more of a break, you know, just a little bit more. And then we'll be back at it for another who knows how long, because we're not done. We're not done. No, it's just, the phobic stuff, I don't know where she's coming up with it. You're an ugly soul. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. Talked about so many other people. Just look at our we're about peace, positivity, and progress. That's it. That's it. No, shout out to Narc Divers and Busby. And let me drop their chains real quick. I can't wait. We're gonna be collabing more this weekend. For Riley Strain, we're gonna be trying to get some answers. You all know what we're doing. And we'll still be there for Sebastian too. Shout out Narc Divers. Go sub to him if you're not already. And also Busby Adventures, the coordinator. When it comes to the direction, appreciate his help too. We gave Busby Adventures a hoodie. I'm gonna be getting Narc Divers. I already told him. I'm gonna be getting you a hoodie as well. Your crew hoodie, just like Narc Divers. I appreciate you both so much, and I'm excited for the future, especially Narc Divers too. With him some more, some amazing individual. I couldn't thank both of them enough for their efforts joining the search, and nothing but support for those individuals. Justice, that's if you've been part of the community, that's not really a thing. I might have a friend of the show or something. No, we don't have open. But for anybody that doesn't have the bifocals, there you go. That's what it means. Now we're going to be getting to uh, this episode from the Pascal show. Shout out Pascal. I joined his show a few days ago because Proudfoot was wanting to put Misinfo out there as well. Proudfoot was trying to put Misinfo out there as well. What this community's about, how we do things, and obviously he got misinformation from somebody else. He won. I already got the information the next day because those same people run with the same people that are the negative shit about CJ. You see what I'm saying? Do you see how that works, y'all? Do you see how that works? The same people that contacted Proudfoot about the misinformation about what we do is also in the same group as the individuals that want to talk down about our community, even my moms. And when it comes to supporting the pedophiles, that's Josie's issue. That's not mine. So I don't know why she's putting out information like that either. You're the one that supported a pedophile donation link, not me. Again, somebody that's upset. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So this is with I think this was the real interview. I think or the long interview or something. My mod's dropped it in the mod chat here. So here's that. We're gonna check out this episode. This is supposed to be like the hour and 20-minute version or something like that. I don't know. We're gonna speed it up to the 1 point, and we're gonna check this out. So I'll drop the link in the chat. Definitely go hit the like on Pascal's episode. Drop a little the live, and go ahead and do that real quick. I'm right back. You're just gonna miss us getting it all set up. So I'll drop the link real quick. Go ahead and hit the like over there. Drop a little comment, even if it's some trophies, and then we'll get ready to watch it here in a minute. Go ahead and go over there real quick. Drop the like. Put some hearts in there, and then come on back. I feel like I need to leave this up for a couple more minutes in case somebody needs to get their glasses. Such ugly souls out there. Such ugly souls. He is a individuals because I'm about working with people that are about the same thing as we are. Nothing but the victim trying to find the answer, trying to find the truth, trying to find a direction in it, being all about that focal effort. And so sometimes along the way, we're not going to be working with someone. We're not going to be, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. It's called life. It's called reality. But when we're working with the people that are working with thing we can for Sebastian, right? We're doing everything we can for Sebastian. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Or any of these families. So that's what it is, Kimbo. Everybody knows, everybody knows. You guys spend, like I said, you guys spend my drives, you guys spend with my searches, you guys spend with my time in between. You guys have plenty of content to go through where you can see what we're about here in this community. Yeah, StreamYard's given me, I'm getting in and out. I do apologize. There we go again. I was trying to fix my microphone. StreamYard's being buggy tonight, everybody. Brittany was even having issues on her show with StreamYard. She couldn't get in the beginning. I was having issues. StreamYard is just being buggy tonight, so I apologize if the show cuts for a second, if the mic drops it's, you know. But I wanted to come and hang out with you guys for a little bit. Just set the record straight because I know there's a lot of new people here in this community and they may not have spent a lot of time here with us. And, hey, there's plenty of content you can go watch. And we're real. We create content that is about peace, positivity, and so we're going to check out this episode. Like I said, if you haven't yet, please go over to this episode. drop a trophy, drop a heart, drop a whatever, and drop a like. Come on back. We're just gonna and go show some support to Pascal for this, please. Seriously. Hop out real quick. Hop out right on that video. Drop a little heart, drop a little trophy, whatever you want. Some sunglasses, peace. We're just having a little conversation here before we get started. We're gonna have a mini true crime show, a mini show, because I got 16 hours of sleep and I'm gonna be up for the whole day off. And then I went and hung out on Brittany's show. Shout out Brittany, love her. Went and hung out on Brittany's show, and then she wasn't feeling good. Prayers, hope you get some good rest, some good healing sleep. And I was like, shoot, I'm gonna be up for a little while. Let's go ahead and chit and let's talk for a little bit. We'll go ahead and address this misinformation. Yeah, that's what it's about, keeping up the chatter. That's what it's always been about. Like, even the instance when the family came up to me and said something that I shouldn't have been told. My next direct question was about the search that I was on. Okay, is there another direction you want me to go to? Right. It's about Sebastian, it's about Riley, it's about these individuals that were trying to help find the answers for it. Trying to help find the answers for it. And that's what it's about. I'm sorry that some of you have to experience some of the ugliness of YouTube, whether it's on panel or people that are typing things in chat. I wish none of you had to experience any of that. Unfortunately, we live in reality and we know that the things that we discuss, the cases and things like that, aren't always, they are tragic. And unfortunately, you have tragic energy as well. And when it comes to this community, anybody, I can't control what goes on out there, okay? But what I can control is what goes on here. And the thing that I always make sure is that no matter what, it's always about the peace. I got the eagle eye for you guys because normally when I and I get rid of it quick before most of you even notice it. Jealousy is real. It's real. And the more good that you try to do and the more attention that you try to bring awareness to when it comes to these questions that we have on these cases that we talk about, the more of the people try and stop you and bring you down and try and create false narratives that you're getting the attention that maybe they used to, that you're getting the support and the contributions that maybe they were used to getting. But the thing is here we actually put our actions with our words. We go out there and do look for answers. We're not just sitting behind a keyboard talking bad about other people for getting answers. But really, it's not. The contributions that you give me and you give the community are contributions that allow us to go out and continue to do our work. And when I tell you about 150%, and that's what my focus is, that's why I reach out to Narc Divers. That's why I reach out to Busby. Will you collab with us because we need to try and do this to search for answers? That's why I sit there and I go out there and I spend days and weeks and months doing what I'm doing to the point where today I need to sleep 16 hours just to get rest because I've been trying to push 150% for Sebastian. I'm sorry that you're that jealous that we're out there trying to find answers. Maybe you should change the content and really truly look. When it comes to community, if we all work together, think about this. If we all work together to try and find answers, we wouldn't be talking as much true crime as we talk. Think long and hard. If we all work together as a collective community instead of trying to bash the jealousy, can you imagine how less true crime there would be out there? And that's all we're trying to do, right? That's all we're trying to do. So when it comes to actions behind words, when you're trying to say that you're trying to find answers and you're trying to respect the victims and you're trying to do all these things, well, that's what we do here. We actually put our actions behind our words. It's what we do. I'm sorry some are confused, but it's again, it's from the same group that thinks that shooting is normal next to a church, a middle school, and a high school. And I wanna show you guys really how close of what I'm talking about, okay? I want you guys to see it for yourself because I haven't really shown it. So check this out. I want you guys to see how close it was. Here's the pond, okay? Now, here's the pond that we were looking at. We were searching. I want you guys to understand how much misinformation they're spreading and how much they don't do their homework. Here's the pond that we were searching where we heard the gunshots. We heard the gunshots coming from over here, and we heard the gunshots coming from this direction right. Oh my gosh, is that what's that? Hold on a second. It's supposed to be completely normal. So here's the pond that we were searching, and you heard the shots on the video, so you know how close they were. Um, there's a church, there's a high school, and there's a middle school. I'm sorry, what? A middle school, a high school, football field, high school, church, right next to the pond that we were searching, and also right next to a residential neighborhood, right next to a middle school, high school, and church. Okay. So when it comes to where you get your information, you have to understand. You have to understand. All right, we're gonna check out this episode here. This is the 120-minute video. Shout out to Pascal. Shout out to Seth. I appreciate Seth. I was to him, I was saying this on Brittany's show. It's to him finding and trying to find answers, which is all we're talking about. All we're trying to do. I understand what Seth is doing because he's known this whole time. We've known this whole time that Katie holds the answers for what happened. And it's not speculation. She said she was the last one that seen Sebastian alive. She was the last one that seen she told Ellie she was the last one that seen Sebastian alive. Of course, she's been the key from day one. I understand that Seth or the PIs probably don't have a direction in heaven. Well, because we've been out there searching, and even us, the Much crew, are saying to ourselves this weekend, saying to ourselves, Haven't came across anything yet. We're all saying it to ourselves. So I understand that they may not have information. I understand working and wanting to work and taking that offer to work just like we want to try and find Sebastian too. You have to explore all theories, thoughts, and opinions. I have a vehicle with a front windshield, side windshields, and a back window. You have a hell of a lot more chance of not crashing than you do if you're looking through just the front window and everything else is blacked out. You have to explore these thoughts and opinions to try and find an answer. So shout out for taking up the offer. I would too if I didn't have action. And it's not the fact that, oh, now he waited so no. Seth probably exhausted all the avenues that he could with the information that he was given to find another direction. So if somebody, I mean, think about it. Proudfoot comes up to you and says, "Hey, would you work with us?" Think about it. They just got new PIs recently. Who do you think was following me? Hey, I was there by myself. 4 PIs, I'd imagine, because well, 3 or 4. There was 4 times I got followed and harassed, trying to see what I was doing, trying to see what I was coming up. I got in a frickin' raft to go look at a bridge before we met up with NARC. When you're out there, everybody has to understand. Just like these trolls that are in these other chats talking about the information they have and what they're gonna do with it. I ain't worried about shit. It's just like the same people out there when I'm trying to do my searches and they're trying to distract the searches because they don't truth either. It's all about people trying to distract from the truth of the answers that need to be found. Exactly, Grace. He ain't no dummy. He plays chess. And for people that don't understand the reference, it means that you think a lot before you make a decision. Contribution call out if StreamYard's gonna allow it. There we go. It's being buggy tonight, y'all. I apologize. And if YouTube is being buggy, please back out, close out, come back in. If you feel like chat's not working, if you feel like it freezes up, if you feel like it's being buggy in any way, trust me, it's came over to StreamYard now, and it's probably 'cause of YouTube. Fuzzball Factory, I wanna say contribution call out to you. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it very much, and thank you for the support. I didn't say Seth's PIs, Bree. Did you hear what I said? I said Chris's. Did I say Chris's? I don't think Seth's PIs had anything to do with anything when it came to trying to stop me from finding the truth, because in fact, I was just look for areas. So I don't think that's the truth at all, Bree. So if I misspoke, I apologize. I've only been up for a couple hours and I had a 16-hour sleep fest because all the searching I've been doing recently. I don't know. Maybe I am a little half asleep still. But when I'm assisting the people that PI and searching the whole time, would I don't mean I didn't mean it that way if I said it. I don't know. Did I mean, I thought I said yeah, think below the surface, you know? Alright, we got it on 1.25 speed. This is Seth Rogers and Proudfoot joined forces in Sebastian. I don't see anything wrong with it. In fact, I understand the move. Strategic on both sides. It's strategic for Chris because he's trying to see who knows what. Hello? That's why I was talking about who was following me. You saw the post on my video about stuff that wasn't even true. Again, getting fed from the same group of people that are collectively working together to make videos about our community. Hello? Hello? You guys spend all day with me. You know what we're about. I love you guys. All right, let's check this out here. 1.25 speed.
Hopefully you guys have had a very relaxing Saturday. Hopefully this is going to be a relaxing Sunday for you guys, you know, because we need that more than ever. Things have been getting crazier and crazier. Things are getting pretty wild in this particular case. But I wanted to bring this up and have a conversation with you guys. There's been some stuff that happened late last night, and I think a lot of people are feeling some type of way about it. I understand the frustration. I definitely understand it. But we need to have a quick conversation. We do. So let's get into it, shall we? But before we do all that, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. That would
Go
be
hit the
amazing.
Like I said, if you're just joining the show, here is the link to this episode. Please go hit the like real quick, drop a little trophy or a heart, and come on back. He's just going to be doing an intro, so go do that support real quick. Come on back.
All right. Hit that like
And we'll
button
be here
down
getting
below.
into it.
Send it past 300 likes as you guys start to file in. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every single last one of y'all. Happy Sunday. Hopefully it's a very nice and relaxing one for you. Of course, hit that reaction button if you're watching on Facebook. Don't forget to hit that follow button on my Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Of course, hit that join button if you're watching on YouTube. Become a member of the family. That would be dope as hell. And of course, you can check out Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show.
Oh, chatter, don't worry about it. When I made a YouTube channel, I was already prepared for it back then. They don't know the power moves that I have coming up after that. Trust me. It's something I thought about for a year and a half. It's all good.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right.
Don't worry about it. They're the fools talking about it on
guys.
live chat.
We got to get into this because, like I said, we got things to talk about. There's some things going on. All right. First off,
You got to play
all right,
chess.
there was a prayer vigil last night for Sebastian
You got to
Rogers.
play chess.
All right. And from my understanding, from what I've seen out here in these streets, it was a very beautiful
I know where
turnout.
they live.
A lot of people came together. A lot of people showed up, showed support, were wearing some sort of green and trying to show some support in regards to finding Sebastian. I think that's the one major thing that we all got to remember. We were all here, or we were all there, or people were all there in support in finding Sebastian. That should be the major number one common denominator within this whole thing. I just need to make that abundantly clear.
Did
Okay,
I
just
just
a
say
quick
I know?
reminder.
Oh, yes.
All right. There's a
I
lot that's
did.
going on
Whoops.
here that I think
I know where they live.
I can see how people are misinterpreting it. I will say that. Okay. But the main common denominator is trying to find Sebastian. I do have some opinions of my own, and I am going to say those things in this show. Just want to give you guys a huge, big heads up. Okay. Just a, just a little update. heads up, spoiler alert, I do have opinions. I am going to say those things. But at the end of the day, it's about finding Sebastian. That is the common denominator. And I have some thoughts. I got a lot of thoughts. And I think a lot of them are echoing what the people, you guys, the family chat, you amazing individuals out here are feeling. Okay. In the group chats, in the family discussions and all that. But we need to talk about this. All right. So at this vigil, of course, Seth is there. Family is there. Friends are there. Volunteers are there. People who are just wanting to be there in solidarity, showing positivity, trying to send vibes to bring Sebastian back home. Allegedly, there was a allegedly, surprisingly, Chris Proudfoot shows up to the vigil. No Katie Proudfoot in sight. I want to make that abundantly clear. From my understanding, Katie Proudfoot was not there. But there was a conversation that was being had, allegedly, between Seth and Chris Proudfoot. Now, allegedly, again, rumor has it that there was at first
there. Everything like for like the last couple weeks. It's not a big deal. The stuff that they're trying to say they claim that they have, I'm not worried about it because their vehicle was on tape already. The stuff that talked about in the live chat with their threats, you don't have already done certain things already. Like for real. They were already on video. I've already known their information for weeks already. So when they want to act like they're putting out information, that is okay. It's not a big deal to me. I always will win the battle of information, you all. And sometimes people don't understand that, but they do. They will. So when it comes to their threats, I'm not worried about it because I win in the battle of information. The stuff that I've already done weeks ago. That's the beautiful thing about a basketball game. Two teams get to play. It's just who has the better players. Talent
first
is a motherfucker.
Very heated exchange of words between Chris Proudfoot
Talent
and
is
Seth
a
Rogers.
motherfucker.
Now, if you see this photo, to me, this looks pretty
pretty
like
talented.
a pretty aggressive stance. Let's keep it real. Very
love you, Thor.
Very aggressive stance. He obviously, you can tell he's feeling some type of way.
I've known about Thor
let's be
for
real.
weeks.
Let's not forget, we don't know. I mean, personally, I don't, and I don't know about you guys and I don't know about the internet streets and all that stuff, but I don't know the last time that they've actually physically been in the same place at the same time, both Proudfoot and Seth Rogers. I've yet to hear anything about them being physically in the same place at the same time. So I'm sure there's a lot, okay? I'm sure there's a lot of tension from over the past few weeks, etc., that have transpired because of things that they've been slinging mud at each other. Okay, the Rogers have been slinging mud at each other at the Proudfoots, and the Proudfoots have been slinging it back. It has been very ugly. Okay, and I understand why. I mean, just on the side of Seth Rogers' side, I understand why mud was being flung. Okay, you hit a wall, and then suddenly you can't take it anymore. You're lost. You can't figure out what to do anymore. You're by yourself. You're not being helped. You are not sleeping. You're trying to nurse an injury, etc. Like, it's just one thing after another, all these bad things. And then on top of it, still having no clues to give you a solid idea of where the heck your son is. Add all that together.
Why aren't you talking,
that's a recipe for a very, very disastrous situation.
Why aren't you talking,
and maybe
lady?
mindset. But when you have Proudfoots out here and not doing anything, getting in an RV and driving away, staying in Mississippi or doing whatever the hell they're doing, Seth seeing that too. It's not only just us seeing that. That can make somebody feel some type of way. Now, I want to say this too. I'm side-eyeing the Proudfoots like a mug. I'm side-eyeing them like crazy. Yep. I want to make that abundantly clear. Yep. I am side-eyeing the Proudfoots till they actually show me proof positive they have nothing to do with the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. I will still have that till I see absolutely smoking gun evidence that exonerates them. I'm still side-eyeing them until I see proof. But they came together. They had an exchange, at least in the very beginning. It was very heated. And then the tone changed. And I think it was basically Seth and Chris finally agreeing on.
So is that true? Okay, because I'm going to be honest with you. I've been driving and searching. Is this true? Was it heated? Did it start to be heated? Because when I look at this picture, and let's zoom it up. Hold on. When I look at this picture, right, detective, it looked heated. It looked heated. So I was explaining this on Brittany's show last night. Was it last night? I can't remember, you guys. The days blend together. Oh, let me send me an email. Send me an email, Nana. I'll send you a link if you want to hop up. But this is what I was explaining on Brittany's show. Look at his right foot, okay? His right foot is over the curb. His right foot is in between Seth's foot. You're getting in Seth's bubble. Somebody steps in my bubble. You already know. So when you look at his right foot, to me, it looked like an aggressive approach. So, is it true? It was heated? Justin on TikTok said it was. See, this is what I'm saying. Seth says no, but Justin on TikTok says it was. Is it true? But you look at the foot. I mean, you look at the foot. That's in somebody's bubble. That, you know what I mean? Like, look at the photo right there. If you were trying to have a civil, wouldn't you be on the other side of the curb if Seth is where he's at? Yeah. Otherwise, your foot wouldn't be in between his feet. For real. Exactly, Cricket Moon. You want to find answers, and who has the answers? I didn't say he was worried about intimidation. What I'm saying is Chris's approach with his 1 foot over the curb in between Seth's feet looks like an aggressive approach. And when it's like it is right here, right there, it's all the proof that you need. So, I don't know. I just want to, if it's true.
Hey, the common denominator here, we need to set aside our differences and we need to focus on trying to find Sebastian. Now, I even said this. I said the same doggone thing. Okay? I said the same doggone thing. Now I got to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up because we got a little bit of time. I got to find it, though. You feel me? But I said the same doggone thing on Court TV. Hold Hold on.
When do I get to kick it with Vinny? When do I get to kick it with Vinny?
What the heck is that? Boom. Hold on.
Have somebody that's actually there,
wanna
Vinny,
pull this
not
up.
somebody that uses Google.
The dynamics of the divorce, everything.
You know what I mean? You go off somebody uses Google Maps and not somebody
pull this
that's
up real
there
quick.
actually.
The dynamics of the divorce, everything else. But at the end of the day, there's not a unified approach to the search, to looking, to trying to find what happened here. And that is troubling. From people you've spoken to in all of this, do you get a sense that the Proudfoots were getting some flack and it could have been potentially dangerous for them to hang around, that people were looking at them the wrong way? And we know sometimes how these stories and cases can take on a life of their own, and you start to feel a little bit of the pressure.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I get it that they may be getting death threats. They may be getting some threats of some sort. There may be a lot of pressure where everybody's giving them the hard side eye. I definitely get that. But at the end of the day, the main common goal should be universal. The focus on finding Sebastian. I don't know about you, okay, but as a family man, as someone who cares for my loved ones, if ever someone I loved went missing, I don't care how much ridicule. If I became the town's pariah, I wouldn't care. I'd still show up and do everything I could to find my son, to find my daughter, to find my loved one.
Right.
So, of course, there was more that I said here, of course, but take some time, take a look at it when you get some time. That would be really appreciated. But long story short, as you guys heard in the very beginning, this should be a unified front. The unified focus should be trying to find Sebastian. It shouldn't be, oh, we're all up in our feels and we feel some type of way and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. Trust me. Even with Gabby Petito, that is a blended family as well. You're telling me that they all got along in the very beginning? I'm sure they had their fair share of BS too. Family drama crap, tension and whatnot, because one's been with the other, they made a baby together, they were in a relationship together, and then they parted, those things do happen. There's always going to be tension and opinions and all that when it comes to blended families. But it should be a united front. The Proudfoots and the Rogers extended family, the Proudfoots extended family should be banding together, looking for Sebastian. I've been saying this since day freaking.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's why, and I'll play the episode when I called in, when I called in. Like, why is it an issue? Because everybody knows. I mean, you fucking watching my video of where I was driving up by the family's house. I didn't get out. I didn't get out at all. I didn't step foot on property. I didn't even get out of my car driving up and down that road. Didn't get out. Didn't get out. Say I was making any plans for doing any of that shit either. Didn't. So, like I said, misinformation. When I'm driving up and down that road, why is it, and this is what I was trying to say, when it came to the about it doesn't matter you didn't, or because I'm not worried about my name being mentioned on your show, period. It's about the image that post promotes. It promotes it like what Chris Proudfoot was saying was legit, and it wasn't. You watch my live stream, you'll see I never got out of the vehicle. You'll see I never got on anybody's property. You'll see that I never even made plans to do that. In fact, I was making plans to go to different neighbors, to talk to different neighbors, to search wooded areas. But again, I never even got out of my car. So what I was trying to say is, why would somebody have a problem with me trying to find, when I go up and down, I'm not there putting a drone out and shit, to the last place that Sebastian was seen. I didn't get out of my car and I didn't trespass. So what is the problem with that? I'm trying thing that I need is some community post or post on a video to give any community member confusion about who I am and what I'm about. And that's what the message was. So by promoting the message of Proudfoot, that gave validity to the message of it, quote, being truth, when you need to know both sides of the story. Because, like I said, there's a reason why I live stream protection, and it always shows that I'm about doing the right thing, even when there's situations that don't present themselves as positive. It's the truth. I know there's jealous people out there. You know what I'm saying? All we can do, y'all spend all day with me. You know how we are. You know what my mods are about. You know what this community's about. Nana, if you'd like to hop up on panels, send me an email to evilcj@gmail.com. We'll finish
The
this.
drama started. Okay. Once the drama started going on. All right. Now, the thing is that I'm still going to say that. I'm still going to say that because at the end of the day, there's reasons why I say it. And I'm explaining in just a second. So they had this fight. They said some things. Then suddenly one of them, I'm assuming it was Seth, finally said in the conversation, like, we need to set all this BS aside and we need to focus on trying to find Sebastian. We need to band together and we need to try to find Sebastian. And allegedly, they band together. They have finally decided to join forces and look for Sebastian. I got to play this video. It's from Justin on TikTok because from my understanding, Justin on TikTok is the one that got the video. I've seen it chopped up and all that. And I.
Okay, so is he gonna play? Okay, let me. Does anybody have the real link for the Justin on TikTok video? Detective, do you have that link for the Justin on, or maybe we have it already? Hold on, let me check. Because I'd rather play it from the actual source here. Let me see. Let me see if I have it. I don't know. I'm usually out there searching, so I usually don't have time to watch other drama shows or updates. Let me see here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Sebastian playlist. Justin on TikTok. Okay, I don't see it. Let me go to the description. Maybe he's got it in the it's not a pinned comment. All right, I don't see the link to the creator either. Does Justin on TikTok? Let me just search. Hold on. Damn, I thought we'd get some kind of link or something. Okay, let me subscribe. I guess I'm not subscribed. We'll go back to this here in a second. This is Justin on TikTok. So if I just subscribed here, if you're not subscribed, here's the link. It's a YouTube short. Well, anyway, here's the link to Justin on TikTok if you're not subscribed. What episode did he have? It's him standing there. Seth Rogers is in the background. Is it this one? No. This one? Wait. Which one is it? Go. I was, Jenny. I was able. I got a ton. And actually, I need more. That's why I'm taking a little more of a break. because my body's like, you pushed it maximum. You need to take a break. And I'm listening to my body. Because I did. I pushed it. Yeah, 16 hours, Jenny, straight. I was like, I woke up. I was like, is it daytime or nighttime? But my body said, I even slept through alarms. Yeah. But it was just all the driving, all the searching in between. But 2 hours a night to sleep between the driving and the searches. So I got to take a break here and there just to catch up on my sleep. It's the second short video. This one right here, why can't they just tell the truth? It looks to me like it's a different video. Let me see. No, this is with him. Here, let me go to the... Here, it's this one. Okay, so... Okay, it's the third one over. Okay, here we go. It's the third one.
So something big happened tonight. So I was asked tonight to stream the Vigil for Seth Rogers, and when I got there, this was going on. That's Seth Rogers, and that's Chris Proudfoot. And I saw them talk for quite a while before the Vigil started. Now, Chris was not able to stay for the Vigil. He had something that he had to do, which is not my business to disclose. But Seth obviously did. But then Seth shared what their discussion was about, and I'm going to show you.
Me and Chris are putting our differences aside. It's not about our egos. It's about finding Sebastian. Me, Chris, and Katie will begin working together. And if everybody else could just fuck off and put your egos aside, help us find our son. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is the goal of this shit. If you can't get on that, get the fuck.
So something big happened tonight. So I was asked tonight to stream the Vigil for Seth Rogers, and when I got there, this was going on.
Okay, so I seen he made a video clarifying it, right? Clarifying Seth's statement. That's 47 minutes. I'm not going to go into it. I just shared the real link for the episode that he's discussing. So we'll get back to this now.
And I saw them talk for quite a while before the Vigil started. Now, Chris was not able to stay for the Vigil. He had something that he had.
And I just want to say shout out to Justin on TikTok too. The link is in the chat.
That's weird though that he didn't have time to stick around. I think that's weird. I will say that. He didn't have time to be there for the prayer vigil, but he had time to come in and have an exchange of words with Seth. I think that's weird. But like I said, hey, it is what it is. Let's continue.
But Seth obviously did. But then Seth shared what their discussion was about, and I'm going to show you.
Me and Chris are putting our differences aside.
Now, I want. Okay, before we go into this piece, this part, okay? Yeah, Diecat. Okay. Yeah, he had time to confront Seth. It's weird, right? That's Seth. That's sus as hell, okay? That's just my personal opinion. It's sus. You had time to go up to his face. Show face at this prayer vigil. But you can't even stay 5-10 minutes. You gots to go. That makes no sense. I'm sorry. It irks my soul. I'm going to be real. I don't care, okay? Still doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, all right. It is what it is. That's how it went down. Let's continue.
Me and Chris are putting our differences aside. It's not about our egos. It's about finding Sebastian. Me, Chris, and Katie will begin working together. And if everybody else could just fuck off and put your egos aside, help us find our son. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is the goal of this shit. If you can't get on that, get the fuck.
So something
big
happened tonight.
So there's something I really want to say about this video. Can I just say this? Okay, I have nothing but love for Seth. Real talk, okay? Because I know he's the only so far. We'll see in the upcoming days, all right? Starting tomorrow, or starting even today, we'll see what this alliance really does, okay? This is shocking. And I get it for everybody else out there. It is shocking information. I know a lot of people are feeling some type of way because a lot of people have been very split. It's been either Team Rogers or Team Proudfoots out here. Okay, I get that. And the fact that it's like, oh my God, you know, the dark side of the force is working with the light side of the force. What the hell's going on here? There's a lot to break down here. All right. But I want to talk about his approach and his demeanor, the language that he's saying here, and all that. Now, I haven't spoken to Seth yet. Personally, I have not. Hopefully, we get some time to have a conversation and I can get a better understanding of what he is saying here. And I could see and I can understand why a lot of people out here in the internet streets are getting kind of turned off about his choice of words and how he's saying it. One thing I will say, I get what he's trying to say. I get that he's saying, hey, we're going to join forces. Anybody has a problem with it, there's the door. If you got a problem with it, don't come to me because I ain't listening, right? You got to understand where he is mentally as well. This man is tired. He's broken down. It is a wrap for him with everything. He just wants to find his son. And I get that. He's at that place of desperation where he's willing to do whatever it takes to find Sebastian. So if it means that he has to join allegedly the dark side of the force, then so be it. If that's what he needs to do. So here's my thing. Here's my thing about this. Here's my thing. This is just my opinion, and I'm just catching vibes here, okay? So I could be absolutely wrong. Let me just be completely real with y'all, all right? I could be completely wrong here. But didn't he just get done with an argument / conversation with Chris Proudfoot? Could he have been taking that frustration that he just
Well, let's be real. Let's be real. The man's tired as hell, y'all. The man's tired as hell. And he's tired of the dumb shit and the misinformation, just like some of these tragedy pimps out there. Tired of the dumb shit and misinformation, just trying to find Sebastian. That's all we're trying to do, is trying to find Sebastian. Others are trying to create confetti between the truth, between the real. Jealousy. The person that last seen. Exactly, Nana. Tired mentally and physically, and he needs help. That's why I'm there. That's why I'm out there. That's why I'm asking Narc Divers and Busby to collab with us and other people to collab with us so we can get more searching. Because every moment that we continue to search, 1 second, every second we continue to search is a neck closer to finding the truth, to finding Sebastian. That's what it's about. And when we're out there spending every moment doing what we can do, whether it's trying to get rest in between the search, driving up there every day, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes one way sometimes, just to search. It's about finding Sebastian. Why do you think that there's other people? Because they ain't going out there, so they're getting mad because somebody's actually going out there and searching. They're getting mad because, dude, me is getting contributions from the community because you see the 150% that I then give the community from the support that I get from the community, and why I promote the recycle of love. The support that I get from this community, I then give 150 to that community. That community gives the 150 to another community. And when it comes to the last person that saw Sebastian alive, yes, When you're trying to find Sebastian, why are people upset that you're trying to explore all avenues? Because we're trying to find Sebastian. Why do you think that I sit here and explore? Because we're trying to find Sebastian. And you got people trying to create information. Why? Because they can't go out and search for Sebastian? Well, I'm sorry. But we do here. We put our actions behind us. We promote the things in life that makes you feel good inside. I don't know why she would have that, Alicia. I'm not really interested in that. You can ask other content creators. I'm not really interested in why they changed vehicles or if they did. It's none of my concern. My concern is finding Sebastian. If you want to ask me what areas we've searched, I can tell you. If you want to ask me other things that have to do with searching, I can tell you. But when it comes to the families, I don't fucking know. I don't know. That's not my gig. My gig isn't finding information from families or even seeking out families. That's not my gig. The person that's missing because I'm given everything that I have trying to keep my mind on the trying to do, which is trying to find answers, a direction. I have no idea. What I do know is I appreciate Seth, even for the people to talk negative about it. Shut your damn mouth, because if it was your child, this is the thing that just surprises me the most about these trolls out here. If it was your child, I guarantee you, you'd be doing the same shit. And to say that you wouldn't be, you have no idea what it's like to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And that's the problem with the world these days. They don't think about the other person. That's the problem. If you put yourself in Seth's shoes, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you team up? Because you're just trying to find the answer. You're trying to find the direction. You're trying to find your child so you give him another hug and tell him you love him. I'm straight, Nana. A parent and a dad. And maybe they don't have children. I don't know. Come on. You know? And not you. You all are talking about those ugly souls. The Ledoux souls. The ugly souls. Has nothing to do with phobia. It has everything with being ugly from the inside out. Ugly from the inside out. And unfortunately, we have to see some of that sometimes. But when you see Seth, you see us doing what we're doing, you know that shit's real. You know it's real. What's not real is the misinformation that's being put out from others. All you have to do is look at the time spent. Just compare it sometime and you'll see.
Just got done with
You'll see what
Chris
the truth
Proudfoot
is.
and brought it into this video. I'm not sitting here saying that's how he should have done it or anything of that sort, but I'm just saying this doesn't sound like full verbiage or the vernacular that Seth Rogers uses on a regular basis. Yes, we use the F-bombs. Yes, we do all that kind of thing, but I feel like it's a little bit of Chris Proudfoot energy. Does that make sense? Now, I could be absolutely wrong. But it feels like he's taken that energy that he just received from Chris Proudfoot, runs into Justin on TikTok, who is holding his camera, his phone, and then he just blurts it all out. So it's not only him saying it, which would be a lot more like with heart and love and compassion, it gives me Chris Proudfoot vibes. Now, again, I'm not trying to move the goalpost, okay? I'm not trying to sit there and trying to manipulate this in a way to make it seem like, oh, you know, whatever, okay? But there's a vibe I'm getting here. This seems almost seconds after that conversation, which was very heated, right? That's one part. The other part is too, listen, I'm going to join forces with these people. I got to. I know the internet's going to be upset about that. But hey, if you can't handle it, you can't handle it. Can't say anything much about that anymore. We're going to keep it moving. Okay. So I think that there's some things, okay, that were said in this that I can see it would turn a lot of people off. I get that part. I do. But I also think that he is also extremely tired. He has been ran through with this case. Okay? He is at his wit's end, and all he needs, all he is praying for is a miracle. And this might sound weird, but maybe by them teaming up, that may be the miracle he has been wanting all of this time. I know that might be the thing that you don't want to hear. In fact, that's something that I'm side-eyeing the Proudfoots too. That may not be something that I want to hear. But at the same time, if that means that gets him access to TBI, more information, direct information to TBI from local law enforcement, knowing exactly what's going on, if that's what he has to do so that he can find Sebastian, so be it.
Damn straight.
Make it so. Like I said, ladies and germs, I'm still side-eyeing them like a mug. And I'm not the biggest fan of hearing about this alliance, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta align with the people that you disagree with to get to the same goal. And the same goal is finding Sebastian. So I know people are upset about this video. I'm telling you right now, please understand. It's 55 days, I think, today. Shoot, it's been so long, even I'm losing count of days. But if I'm correct, it's 55 days of Sebastian nowhere. Zero clues from what we know by the public, okay? That is public information. Zero clues, zero leads to finding Sebastian. Zero. Do you understand that? So put yourself, God forbid you have to put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes for 5 seconds. I'll tell you what, you'll be at your wit's end. You'll be losing your mind. You will talk crazy on microphones. You will do everything you can to get your son or your daughter or your loved one back as soon as possible. As soon as possible, okay? Real talk. Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second.
And let me pause it real quick. I want to say I apologize to anybody out there that has to experience any of that venom that people want to talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, when other people were reaching out to me, I just told them, look, you all, let's be honest. You spend all day with us, whether I'm driving, whether we're out there searching. We have plenty of time that we spent together. And so when it comes to this community, I know you guys already know who we are and what we're about and what we do. And I just want to say on behalf, because I always give the 150%. I know that pisses people off that I use 150%, but it's okay. They don't understand what it's about. I want to apologize to anybody that has to even experience any of that ugliness and that venom. And I know it has nothing to do with me, and I don't do anything to have it brought on to me. But at the same time, because I care more about you, I just want you guys even have to even hear about it. I really am. I'm sorry that there's people out there that are that they then need to do that. Even people in the live chat. I'm sorry they're that frustrated in life. And that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to direct people away. The tape don't lie. Our tape shows you how much we care. Their tape shows you how much they don't. and they're just on a fast track. I was actually surprised that Ledoux was saying that shit. It's like, go ahead and keep continuing to show people who you really are and what you're really about. And there's other ways to handle your frustration for release. I'm sorry, hubby can't help. I'm sorry. It's the whole reason I'm not putting her out. I'm not trying to let everybody else know about what hubby can't do. There's other ways to handle your frustration, lady. There's other releases.
All right, guys. Looks like we got Seth calling into the show. All right. But hopefully we can get some more answers and we can hear what he has to say about all this as well. But like I said, he's calling into the show. We're going to talk about it. All right. So get ready for a conversation. Again, like I said, he's tired. He's got a lot going on. And I think he's just wanting to find out what the heck is going on here. Let me see this. Hello, hello.
How we doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing good. Everybody put some green heart emojis in the chat for me, please, and thank you. Seth Rogers is on the phone. Okay, man. First off, I appreciate you, calling in because I know that there's been, a lot going on. How was first off, most important thing, how was the prayer vigil? How was that last night?
It was pretty good. Wonderful person up there saying prayer. And then we had a great person on the guitar.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm glad that there was a good turnout. There's a lot of positivity, a lot of people giving you prayers and hugs and just giving a lot of positive energy to Sebastian Rogers. And that is the main goal, right? Is finding Sebastian. So
that is the goal.
That is the goal, my brother. So can we talk about this? Because I know that there's been a lot of people that have been very, very shocked about this update, right? Now, is it true that there was an exchange of heated words between you and Chris Proudfoot when he showed up? Is that true?
No, he just came up and spoke. He had actually showed up earlier before everybody showed up for the vigil. He showed up. He swung by. I had to throw my truck popped, putting some windshield wiper fluid in there, and he swung by to see if I was having vehicle problems.
Mm-hmm. So he came over
and then he came by.
Yeah.
Then he came by afterwards, right before the vigil started. Conversation with me.
Right.
And, wanted to put stuff aside and work together to find Sebastian. And I told him, that's all I want is to find Sebastian.
So he's the one who said, hey, we should align up. We should join forces and try to find Sebastian. Correct?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Bet. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. That's great news. That is great news.
That's fine with me. Let's do it.
I see. I see. So then, okay. So then let's talk about this video, okay? Because it's blew up. It is blown up the internet overnight. Okay. I woke up this morning to DMs, et cetera, with this, reacting to this video. Can you explain to me what's up? What happened? What was going on with this video?
Well, first of all, I don't have social media.
Right.
And so, about the only thing I hear is what other people be telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And besides all the spam stuff that's been coming in with people saying that they have my sons, which that takes a real particular disgusting piece of garbage to do that.
Right.
Just kind of gets on my nerves that people think it's a joke. Sit there and say that they have my kids.
Okay. Yeah, the fake kidnapper and all the hoax, all the fake scamming that's been going on revolving around your son. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's just despicable.
I see.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I get it. And I get why you would say something like that, because it wasn't directed towards the people who are out here supporting. Go ahead.
I appreciate everybody that is supporting me. Anybody who has donated to the Cash App, to the GoFundMe, their time, their effort to go out and pass out flyers in whatever town they're in, whatever state they're in, people that have traveled from other states to here to help pass out flyers. 100%. I appreciate you all 100%. All right. But these people that just don't understand that I want to find my son, and why people are sitting there trying to go, oh, we're Team Seth. Oh, we're Team Chris and Katie. Did you hear Sebastian in Team Seth or Team Chris and Katie?
Right.
There's no Sebastian in Team Seth or Team Chris and Katie. You know?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. We have a 15-year-old child that's missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
My son is missing. Katie's son is missing.
Absolutely. Now,
all right.
But there has been a lot of groundwork over the past 50 some odd days that has been splitting the room for a little while. So what do you say about that? Because yes, you guys are joining forces, but you know, a little bit ago, it was a different tune. You see what I'm saying? So I can understand where people are feeling a little bit like, whoa, what happened here? You see what I'm saying? So what do you have to say about that?
Some people may be feeling whoa, like whoa.
Right.
You know, there's a song, but I'm not there. I can't remember the song, but I know there's a song. My hip hop days are coming back.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, yeah, I got you.
It's like, whoa, yeah,
Yep.
there it is. Like he who has never sinned, throw the first rock.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I know I'm a sinner. I'm here. I have sinned.
I will say though,
Chris
too.
was big enough man to come and ask me, you know, I'm big enough man to sit there and say, if you're going to help, come help.
Okay. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
How many challenges will God give me before he gives me my son?
Hopefully not many, but you also got to remember that he's here. I mean, God is present. He is there for you.
He is.
And maybe, like
but he's also watching to see how I react. He's
True.
watching to see he's watching to see if I'm going to handle the troubles that he's given me.
I see what you're saying. Listen, I understand where you're coming from.
He's done what he's done.
Right.
She has done what she has done. I have done what I have done.
Nobody's perfect. You're right. You're right. And you got to
We're not perfect.
Right.
At the same point in time, you know, we're going to hold another vigil in 2 weeks.
Are they going to be there?
Right now I'm working.
That's the thing. I think the
right
problem
now,
is, Seth, can I just say something really quick?
Hopefully going to be yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think what the general consensus is how they have been moving around here lately. It's their actions that are speaking way louder than their words. And let's not forget the words that have been said, that have been back and forth, that have been, you know, they've been caught in not telling the full truth. There's been contradictions, so on and so forth. But most importantly, it's been the actions of their actions speaking way louder than their words. So I can see why people are you know, feeling,
I understand that 100%.
Feeling a little bit some type of way about this. Okay.
I understand that.
You know,
actions speak louder than words, Pascal.
Absolutely. They most
But
definitely
everybody
do.
deserves a chance.
Everyone does deserve a chance. And again, this could very well, I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it really real. Like I said it right before you called, that this could well be the miracle that you've been maybe looking for and hoping for. Maybe this alliance will get us closer to finding Sebastian for sure. That's without a shadow of a doubt. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really hoping.
That's what I am hoping for.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm hoping that by working together, we can find Sebastian. You know, there was 2 people in that house. Sebastian and Katie.
Yep.
Only those 2 people was there to help me try to find Sebastian. Then so be it.
Gotcha.
So be it.
I got you, man.
I want my son back. And of all things, we get judged when we're no longer here. When our time has come, we will be judged.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Listen.
At any point in time in this world, a person can come to the realization that maybe, just maybe, they need to change. You cannot force a person to change. Only a person can change for themselves.
Those are facts. I will say this, though. I mean, at the end of the day,
I pray.
All day. Okay, just to make it today. I say we pray. But I think it's very important that, yes, if it means that you have to set aside your differences and this alliance does what it does, I guess everybody will be watching, right? And hoping and praying that this turns into something that's productive, not only just for yourself, that relieves some of this tension off of you as well, but also helps find Sebastian for sure. But I think at the end of the day, it was really, I think at the end of the day, it is really just how the message was sent out there. And I get what you're saying now. You know, you've clarified a good portion of that, and hopefully the court of public opinion will be okay with it, and they'll be able to move on. And we'll, you know, I've moved on. I know where you're coming from. I absolutely understand where you're coming from, for sure. But I know that there's people that feel some type of way.
What Justin waited to show at the very end was what I actually had stated before that, which was me telling everybody, I appreciate everybody who showed up. I appreciate everybody who was helping. I really do. I appreciate it 100%. I appreciate all who are helping me. I appreciate all who are going to help me. I appreciate everybody who's working to bring Sebastian back to me.
Yeah.
Because that's the goal. But if you're not going to be on Team Sebastian, kick rocks. As my PR person said, I need to stop cussing. Or as she said, stop using such colorful language.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's really part of me. So, as she has asked me to, people can kick rocks if you're not on Team Sebastian. You're either part of the solution or you're the problem.
I get what you're saying, man. I do. I think that there are people, and there's going to be people that are going to feel some type of way, and they're going to have to, you know, process this and move forward from this point on. I think what is more important than ever is how the Proudfoots operate from this point on. Because you got to remember, it's been almost 2 months since he's been gone. And the thing is, though, we have not seen one moment of them lifting a finger. So I think that people are feeling upset and surprised because they haven't done anything out here. You've been doing a lot of the heavy lifting and a lot of the speaking for the most part. And I think a lot of people are feeling like, okay,
I've got a lot of great volunteers, but
I feel like
not to interrupt, but
yeah, but
I've got a lot of great volunteers that have been doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Absolutely. But you are also spearheading this entire search, etc. Right? It's you, not the three of you guys. Now, I'm happy because I've even said this on many times before that there should be a united front. You guys should set your differences aside and join forces and be done with this. But that should have happened. This is what I think I feel like this is what the court of public opinion feels, that this should have happened a long ass time ago. And now suddenly they want to join forces. So I can see some people side-eyeing this movement as some.
Okay, I don't. And I said this on Brittany's show. I don't. And I even said this earlier. I don't see the issue with it. And anybody that does have an issue with it doesn't, as far as I can say, in my opinion, Seth explored all the avenues he could because they didn't want, you know what I mean? So I don't know why people have an issue with the timing, because I understand he probably explored all of the things that he could explore, because why would he think that they would want to help him, because they weren't even out there doing what he was doing? You know what I'm saying? You have to think with some common sense. You've already explored everything you could explore. The people you think would be doing the same thing as you ain't doing the same thing as you. Why would they then help you, right? I mean, hello. So then when you get to a point where there's nothing, you don't have a direction, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? There's no issue over here, and never has been, with the time period. And I don't understand if you were in Seth's shoes, I think you'd probably do the same thing. I don't know. I mean, I would. I'd do everything Seth done. I don't get why people have, you know what I mean? He's out there doing everything he can. So are we. We're doing everything that we can. The whole team. Everything we can. It's about finding Sebastian. I don't understand the public opinion. Because public opinion should be like, you try and find anything you can. It makes no sense. Right, right, Chatter. Everything, 100%, and he's racking his brain trying to get answers. And we've all known from the beginning who's the last person that went to and said that they were the last person that saw him. You know what I mean? The key from day one. And I'm going to show you the interview where the key.
Some sort of tactic.
But that'll be coming up after
because they realize how bad they are looking out here in these streets. So, we join with the good side. We join with the Rogers, where everyone is standing in solidarity and rooting him on. If we get with him, we'll be under the same positive light now. You see what I'm saying? So I could see where some people are looking at this and going, "Oh, they're going to use Seth. They're using him, man. They're using him, bro."
I agree. Some people are going to look at that, but what I'm looking at is the fact that
he wants answers.
I'm always under scrutiny.
Yeah.
What they need to realize, if they're joining this team, they're going to be under scrutiny as well. It's not going to stop just because they're on. It's going to double down. It's hard work. It's boots on the ground. It's speaking for Sebastian, not speaking down about Sebastian. And if they don't realize that, that's on them.
Right.
I mean, I'm not defending them at all. Yeah. But I am willing to let somebody come in and show their worth. Period.
Okay. Well, Seth, listen.
And I just want my son found.
I'm hoping, I really do hope that this alliance, this new joining of forces, I pray and I hope that this does nothing but give you exactly what you need to get to Sebastian. Period. Point blank. I just want to say that really quick, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what the people out here in these streets think. It's about what you guys do out there in these streets. So I think
about what we do.
Exactly. So I think what's going to happen is we're just going to sit back and we just got to see how the Proudfoots operate with Mr. Seth Rogers. That's what I think. I hope that this works. I hope that this works out, and I hope that this is not an opportunity for them to get back in the good graces of the streets. I'm gonna be real. So I just say, hey,
let's be honest, Pascal.
Go ahead.
If they're doing it for that, it's going to come back twice, if not three times.
Yeah.
Harder. I'm praying that that's not what they're doing, but I'll tell you what, I just want to find Sebastian.
No doubt, man. I'm with you 100%. This is, at the end of the day, it really is about finding Sebastian all day. But Seth, unfortunately, I got to let you go, man. But I do want to ask you that, though. I do want to ask you something. Have you heard any new updates at all? Any leads? Anything? Okay.
I've got plans for next week on locations and stuff to hit.
Okay. So. I do have some friends that have some serious resources. I would love to rap with you about that on off the record. When we get off the show, I definitely would love to get in touch with you about this, because I got some people that have some a lot of resources and for searching, etc. So we need to talk so I can get you guys connected. So yeah,
you got my number.
I got your number, so I will call you for show. Okay, my brother. Hey, listen.
I'll answer.
At the end of the day, man, I'm with you. I'm with finding Sebastian. At the end of the day, if the Proudfoots come through and do that, hey, as long as we find Sebastian, that's what I give a damn about. Real talk. And I think that everyone else should really give a damn about that too, right? So I'm praying that this alliance works and this alliance leads you towards the path of truth and clarity. That's what I hope for with this. All right?
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
No problem, my brother. I will talk to you very soon. You stay blessed, all right?
All right. We'll go ahead and stop that right there, and then we'll get switched to this one because we're going to play it next. Yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way, Justice. Unfortunately, this is why I tell the community that I appreciate their patience when I am out there on location, because one of the things I'm not really able to do is with the chat. That's why my angels do such a beautiful job, because they're there to make sure that the PPP is in full effect. So if anybody is confused, what about the peace, positivity, and progress is, uh, Nightbot just dropped it for you. And that's just what it's about. Maintaining the peace, positivity, and progress in our community while I am out there on those searches, because unfortunately, I actually end up doing the opposite of what you claim. So you must not be watching them, but they're under the live section. They're always going to be there. And so anytime that you do, because when you do see the a lot of searching, so yeah, definitely go check them out, please. And I do have a playlist, and I want to say shout out to Pascal, because we're going to be doing some stuff for Riley Strain this week. And so we do have some new videos that also I just dropped for last week. We're going to be continuing. We're going to be continuing our search for answers for Riley's family. So shout out to Pascal for providing other resources to help with the search. Because unfortunately, even though we'll just be a short distance from there, we're going to be covering the Riley Strain case. There's plenty of it, sir. Plenty, or ma'am. I'm not sure which one. But there's plenty of it. Definitely check this one out. Live on location. Just dropped some new videos from when we recorded last week. And I can't wait to try and find some more answers for Riley Strain's family. And we're going to be collabing with some other individuals coming up as well. We got Busby Adventures, Narc Divers coming out there. We're going to do a little bit more for Sebastian as well. But we're going to be areas. And so I'm going to try and, shout out to Chris Dingham. Community reached out, shared the GoPro footage that showed how it doesn't make sense. So shout out to him. Great. Doing some huge things for Riley's family here in the future, and we're going to be trying to find answers as well. We'll be continuing our search and seeking for answers coming up here soon. So definitely check out that link. It'll have all the videos from when we searched before and everything in between up until a few days ago, and the videos that we just dropped. Appreciate you. Right. So when it comes to this is that first interview. Okay. Now, when we've been on location or when we road shows, you got to watch the live on location searches. But when it comes to, the discussions that we're having on these shows, we've already talked about this. Even when I'm on other panels, I've sat there and I've discussed. If you ever go back to the interviews, you'll see where the key starts. They already said that they were the last ones to see Sebastian alive. So when you watch View, it's the key. This is the key.
Missing teen in Sumner County described to us exclusively how they feel on day 8 of their son's disappearance. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Marius Pate.
And I'm Lauren Lowry. Sebastian Rogers is 15. He was last seen by his parents on February 25th in Hendersonville. Sebastian has autism.
Alrighty.
And he's gone without his medication this whole time. And since then, authorities have searched by air, by foot, and on horseback.
Helicopters, drones, and dive teams have also been brought in to try to find him. Today, his parents spoke exclusively to our Holly Thompson.
She's live tonight in Sumner County. Holly, I imagine it was quite an emotional interview.
Certainly was. It is hard for any of us to imagine the emotions that this family is going through right now. But we know one thing is certain. They remain positive. They are holding on to hope that their son Sebastian will return home safely.
Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at.
And when I'm talking about, when I discuss this and I say, if you look at all the other interviews, completely different. This is why I said you always got to go back to the beginning. That's when, do you think that she's been in this position before? No. She's scared. You can see by the body, you can see by the lack of eye contact, you can see by the puffiness of the eyes, you can hear it in the voice and the crackle in the throat. Emotion changes your voice. That's why ever since I've seen this in the beginning, this is the key. It is interesting, Island. It always is. I know that's why you keep putting it in there, because it is. It's in. This is. This is the
Katie
key.
broke down several times in our interview, but says her hope is strong that her son Sebastian will be found safe and return home.
He's going to walk through that door, and the street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
Stepdad Chris says it's been an emotional roller coaster that all started Sunday night, February 25th.
Pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you."
Katie says she went to wake up Sebastian around 6 a.m. Monday for school, and he was gone. Within minutes, Katie says she was on the phone with Chris, who was working out of town, and they quickly called 911.
And he's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means.
Katie and Chris say Sebastian is not on social media. While he loves to play Minecraft, they tell me he does not have
That's
any
gross, Phyllis. Phyllis, I deleted your comment because
online
that's
capabilities.
disgusting. I'm sorry.
I asked
That
if
is
there
gross.
was any reason he
That is
might
gross.
want to leave.
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's that morning he was laughing, he was joking.
It's as if Sebastian vanished. No sign of him on any video throughout the community. Thousands of miles logged by law enforcement, canines, helicopters, even dive teams, and no sign of him. Chris and Katie tell me they've been harassed, people pointing fingers at them.
You're not in this situation. You don't quite understand. I wish people would step back, take a different wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts.
Are you both in the clear?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided.
What do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
That we love you so much and we want you to come home and you're not in trouble.
Now, Katie did tell me that even though Sebastian does have autism, he is a smart teenager. He is highly functional. They say if you see him, say his name, say Sebastian, and he'll respond. He'll at least acknowledge you. And I can tell you, this is my home. This is my community. And the people here are strong. They say they will continue to search. They will continue to hope and continue to pray for Sebastian's safe return. And by the way, you can watch my full exclusive interview with Sebastian's parents on our WSMV4 app. Live here in Hendersonville, Holly Thompson, WSMV4. Back.
Or
All right. Oh, whoa. I didn't mean to play that one. Okay. Heard of that one, okay? Now, when it comes to these threats, right? I want to share something with you guys real quick. Here's the video link because I'm going to be discussing this post. Because this is also misinformation that others are putting out about us. We never, and here's the link for that video. We never stepped foot on Proudfoot's property. We never got out of the car. I was actually discussing what other neighbors I was going to get their permission to search the woods behind the house where I think he would have walked if he wasn't caught on any cameras and he was leaving the house on his own accord. There's the video right there. You could watch the whole time. I don't get out of the car when I'm going by any of their houses. So when it comes to this post, okay, and this has also been a topic, misinformation from others, even tonight, as you heard, and this is the message that was put on the video the next day. Okay? So when people are talking about this post and making it out to be like something is true, I'm going to play the part, for anybody that's confused, because there's a lot of confused people out there. For anybody that is confused, this is the episode where I called in. Okay? This is information that's being put out by this. I mean, I put the link for the live in chat. You can see none of this ever took place. And so the fact that the same people that think that when we're searching this pond, okay, the same people that think when we're searching this pond, it's normal to have gunshots that are coming from a area of a church, a high school, and a middle school, you kind of have to question their ability to think properly, okay? So those same people are also promoting that post that I just shared with you. And this is why it was a conversation and why I called into the Pascal show the other day. Because if you're talking about the post, you're bringing a lot. This is not about what we do. None of this. So the fact that the same people that are a group effort of the same people that also gave Proudfoot the incorrect information are a part of the group that is the same people that are also talking negative about our community. This is where it is. There's the link. We never did that. This is why it was 5 days ago and why we had this discussion on the Pascal show. And this is where I was coming from. And shout out to him for allowing me to come on and express where I'm coming from when it comes to this misinformation that these people are putting out there.
I have
And
no
here's that
problem having him on the
conversation.
show to talk. Okay. If CJ is in the.
And I want to say right here, if you watch the live chat, because here's the link to this video. Here's the link to this video. If you watch the live chat, look at who's speaking negative about people that are chatting this information to Pascal. So Pascal thinks that there's some beef. Pascal thinks that there's some kind of drama going on between, thinks all of this stuff, okay? No, I'm not going to remove the background music. This is my show and this is what we do. So if the background music is an issue, I apologize, but it's something that we do here and always have done here at the show. And so there are other channels out there that don't play background music. This is just what we do here. It's about that peaceful, calm vibe, and we like to listen to that as we watch these programs. It's just what we do here. We understand we're not everybody's cup of coffee. We get it. It's not a problem. It's about peace, positivity, and progress. So here's that call. And this was where I was coming from. And to be honest with you, I will mute the music for this because I was with an earbud out there searching while I was having the conversation. And the audio, because it was windy, was pretty horrible. Okay. So I will mute the music for this. But other than that, that's just a space age funky beat here. And we always have. You can go to some of the first shows and we've always played it. I love it. Everybody loves it. We love that saxophone. It's about that
The house in
peaceful
the
vibe.
conversation or in the family chat, then I will send him or try to find a way to send him
It's always peaceful.
whatever I need to send him. Okay. But again, I do appreciate.
Watch, you can hear the I am with him in what those people in chat that ain't part of our community, those people in chat are trying to make up about me. You see what I'm saying? So he has already thinking that something is true that's not. Listen to our conversation and listen to the respect I have and listen to where
Appreciate
I'm
Lauren coming
from.
onto
It's
the
very
show
important.
and chopping it up. Please go check out her stuff. Okay. She's very, very talented. You'll see her a lot on Nancy Grace. Okay. She has done some really, really great work. It just really caught my eye that she was on there with the Proudfoots and Seth, okay, on separate shows. It was pretty crazy stuff, to say the least. Okay. But like I said, but
see, I was out there searching. I didn't even know I
hold
was.
on, I'm looking.
Then Mod said, "Hey, Pascal's wanting you to come." I was out there searching already. You can go watch the show. It's from 5-6 days ago, and you'll hear the conversation too. I was in the middle.
Well, if he's in the chat, great. Then I'll be able to get him on the show to talk. No problems whatsoever. But y'all went crazy in the chat.
And I responded nicely too, Tracy. Thank you. I
Oh, there he
appreciate
is.
that.
Okay. So let's see, man. He's here. So real quick, what is your okay, I'm going to put in the phone number. Okay. And that's dope that he's out searching, like you're out there searching. That's dope. But before I do that, what is the zip code, not the zip code, the area code to your phone number, CJ, before I send out the number? Because I know a lot of people are going to want to try to call in. Some people are jerks, etc. But I'd love to hear what's going on. Okay. Somehow things are getting lost in translation and some people are taking things, whatever's going on, the wrong way. So let's talk about it. Okay. But if you can put in your zip code, that'd be great.
That's why you have to watch the live chat, because you'll see people in our community that are promoting our community. That's not true. And so he already thinks we're in which we're not. That's why I said, we'll watch and listen to the whole talking about this Misinfo community post.
You know, I guess you might be live streaming my show onto your platform and talking trash. If that's the truth, I'd love to talk to you.
No, I wasn't talking trash. What I did say is if you're going to promote the post, which is misinformation, okay, if you're going to promote this post without hearing, then you guys are more than welcome to watch it. We were on on the road show, or no, it was when I started my On Location. And then this was coming about because this right here, the more it is talked about to what we're not about. And that's misinformation. And that's why it's important. That's why it's important. Because we're out there to help communities, not act like running a community. There's a huge
about
difference.
that and try to understand why. So please let me know what your area code is, so then we can.
The live is up. You can watch.
I can say put the phone number in here.
You can watch.
And we can get a conversation going. Okay. So I'll just wait for that while I wait for CJ to put that into the chat. All right. I'm going to go through some of these super chats because there are a bunch in here, and I want to make sure that those are put in. All right.
I'm sorry, Justice. It doesn't seem that you're about peace, positivity, and progress, and you're also misinformed, and you keep repeating mission. So we're going to have to part ways. Thank you. You did have some good comments in there, but unfortunately, you're not about the peace, positivity. Ways. Plenty other shows out there. Like I said, we're not everybody's cup of coffee, but there's a reason that we have this coffee, and it's because it's about peace, positivity, and progress 150%.
And there's no YouTuber drama. Not on my end. Okay? Zero. All right?
There wasn't here.
But I am willing to have a conversation so we can clear the air, so we can get on the same page.
Drama. Not from our community. But it's important to make sure in the posts that people are going to believe is automatically true, because like I said before, when I'm the only one searching, it's not too hard to figure out who the post was about, even if you don't mention my name or show. I'm saying, if people out there searching, then they wouldn't know. But when you're the only one out there searching, then everybody thinks, oh, that's CJ.
Everything's
That's why
on.
it's important.
Real quick. All right.
That's why it's important. Misinformation.
Okay, my phone lines
with that post.
They are open. So
that's why I
CJ,
shared
go
the
ahead
link
and
to
call
the
in
live
when
video.
when you get a second. All right. And we will talk. Talk like adults.
That's right. That's all we're about. That's all we're about. Talking like adults and keeping it real. 150, baby.
Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's CJ.
What's up, CJ? What's good, man? Everybody show some love. Everybody show some love for CJ in the chat by putting in some green heart emojis real quick for him and for Sebastian, please and thank you. CJ, what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. First, I want to apologize about the wind noise. So it gets a little windy with the audio.
Oh, you good, homie? We hear you loud and clear. Everybody, real quick, everybody hit the number one. Make sure you guys can hear CJ. All right? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you're good. This post that was put, or this post message that was put on my video.
Okay.
I live stream, and it's for my safety.
Okay.
This is a good example of why. Because with that post, if you read it, somebody's giving him information. Okay.
Okay. So real quick, CJ, if it's okay, I want to pull this up. I did not show this on the live. I want to make this abundantly clear. I did not show this on the live. So there was no bad reporting or anything of that sort. I received this. I was bringing.
And that's where I'm coming from. If you promote that without hearing my side, it brings validity to what Proudfoot is saying. And then people think that I'm about doing those things. Do you see where I'm coming from? When I'm the only one out there searching, it's not hard to figure out who the post was about. That's where I'm coming
because honestly, we're all on the same team. I believe you and I
this is
are all on the same team. So I did not show your name, did not show the post at all.
I know.
When I posted, when I
know.
talked
This
about
is
it.
where I'm coming from, though.
So hold on,
This is
CJ.
where I'm coming from.
Hold
though.
on, CJ. Hold on real quick. But I'm going to ask your permission to show that post right now.
No,
And
I
I'm going
want
to
you
read
to.
it. And then I'm going to read it really quick so everyone can hear it and understand the context before everyone jumps down everyone's throats. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm not going to
Okay.
jump down your throat.
No, no, no. I'm not talking. No, no, no. I'm not talking about
is
you.
Even if it's being brought up and my side's not included, it's about my safety.
Absolutely.
Because
CJ, that's
if my
not.
side's not included,
Even
if it is talked about, it doesn't have to be shown.
Right.
Even if it is talked about, it's talked about like it's true. You heard what your guest said after you mentioned it.
Right.
But I guarantee you, if both of you understood where I'm coming from, I don't think those things would have been said. See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Okay, so real quick, because I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the family chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Reacting. No, just reacting the way that they're reacting. So let me just pull this up. Let me share this with the fam, with everybody, because a lot of people are like, "What is? I don't understand what's going on. Please explain." So. On my end, okay, just talking on my perspective, and I will give you the floor as soon as I get done with this piece. All right. There was people have been sending this, and a lot of people have been reacting to this piece, showing Chris Proudfoot reacting to, or responding, or putting a post reacting to something. Okay. Now it says CJ, which is the man that we are on the phone with right now as we speak, fam. All right, and it says. From allegedly Chris Proudfoot, because we don't know if this is actually Chris Proudfoot or not. So he says, CJ, it has come to my attention that you have plans to visit my house tomorrow. Take this as an official notification. There are no trespassing signs posted all around the house. If you set foot in the property at all for any reason, you will be persecuted. There are no easements around the properties in our subdivision. This is not a threat, just a statement. Please respect our privacy as well as our wishes. Thank you in advance, sir. Now, we have CJ on the show or on the phone right now as we speak to talk about this. Now, obviously, I don't know the full context of this post, okay? And so, CJ, now you have the floor.
So basically, and this is where I'm coming from. If you read it, it's lawyer and management talk, both talk that I know. When you look at that post. So that's why it already has some legitimacy. When it comes to what's being stated, if you read what he stated, it's been brought to his attention. Somebody told him this information. He didn't go look at the show itself, because if anybody would watch the show that I was streaming, where somebody would go to that extent to blow whatever I was doing out of proportion, then they would see that that is the complete opposite of what I'm doing, what I'm about, and what I'm trying to do. So in that live stream, I know if he would have went and watched it, he would see me talking about the trespassing signs, not only at his property, but at other properties as well, where I'm out searching because I need permission. I've never stated anything anywhere on my shows or my searches that I was going to step foot on their property or that I had planned to step foot on their property.
Gotcha.
When it comes to me, I'm not even about trying to reach out to the family members of the people that I'm doing work for, because I let them reach out to me. I'm not trying to add pain or stress to them. So I don't even go to the point where I'm trying to reach out there to have conversations with them unless they come to me.
Right.
That's what I'm about. It's about Sebastian. It's about any of these missing people out there.
Okay.
And when it comes to this is why I say my safety is in jeopardy. It's already in jeopardy doing what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what I'm doing for people. Then when you have somebody that is getting information from somebody where I'm supposedly going to step on their property.
Yeah.
I'm supposedly going to do this. That creates a dangerous situation for me and for the person involved, because now there's a certain atmosphere between me and that person that shouldn't even be there if there wasn't a misunderstanding.
Right. Now, I do understand what you're saying. Okay. Like I do understand where you're coming from. The concern of your own safety, this concern of, man, how you're moving out here in those streets right now as we speak. Now you're saying that you're out there, you're live streaming the searches and all that. I got to be honest,
Yeah.
this is the first time I've known about you. And I don't mean that in any disrespect. That's not like me trying to punch down or anything of that
No,
sort.
it's,
But
I don't take it that way.
but I do want to ask you because I don't know your content. Okay, I don't know what kind of content you make. Are you live streaming anywhere near the house? And have you said out loud on your live streams that you were going to go to the Proudfoot's home?
I've drove by. I've
Okay.
never gotten out of my car. The only time I get out of my car is to do the searches where I'm going to do the searching. There was plenty of times. There was a situation yesterday. I'll use this as an example. There was a situation yesterday where I drove by the neighborhood. And there's other people that'll get out of their car. There's other people that'll walk up to the property. I don't do that. I'll drive by.
Yeah.
When I drove by, I saw the Brinks lady standing out there with the clipboard talking to Katie. If I was truly about that, then I would have turned around, drove up and took pictures and talked about it and live streamed about it. That's not what I'm about. Do I need to drive through the neighborhood sometimes to see or kind of refresh myself when I'm trying to think of what new direction I need to go to search for Sebastian?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because that's the last place that he was seen. Do I have I ever said that I plan to stream anywhere on that property or anywhere? No. And that's why I'm saying when it comes to what's being put out there, and if the truth, which is the live stream, shows you I'm sitting there respecting people's property.
I see.
I'm sitting there doing all of these things to show what I really am about. It's always about safety.
So
because think about this, Pascal, if I wasn't live streaming this and people couldn't go watch what I'm really about when it comes to the threat, then there's my safety.
Exactly.
It's all about safety.
I see what you're saying. So just so I can clarify a few things. The times that you've driven by the house with, say, that moment with Katie Proudfoot with the Brinks people and outside and all that, you were not live streaming you were not live streaming during that time, correct?
Yeah, no, I live streamed the whole time. Sir.
Oh, okay. So you were
because
live streaming.
It's about my safety.
I see. So okay. So
I live streamed driving by.
Gotcha. So you're saying that you were out there, you were live streaming around around the neighborhood, around the street, and around the house. Okay.
All over.
So maybe, and of course, I'm not here trying to take anybody's sides or anything. I'm just asking a question. Okay. Could it possibly be that since these are live and these are live streams and they are on YouTube, that maybe the Proudfoots are maybe misinterpreting your live streams that are around their properties and are assuming that you might be, I don't know, trying to trespass on their property? Could that be what it is?
Well, no, because if they watch my shows, then they hear me say, that's not what I'm about. So if they watch my show, sir, then they would already know what I'm about and how I respect people 150%.
But if they're not watching if they're not watching the streams and they're just assuming from maybe other people that are actually they're little birds in their ears, then that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
And that's where they're getting the information from.
Okay.
Sir. And they're going to Seth, they're going to Chris, and they're saying, Chris, somebody's live streaming and said they're going to do this and do this and do this.
That's wild.
It's because that person doesn't want me searching for Sebastian.
No doubt. No doubt.
And they're using Chris's ear to create something. And this is what I'm saying. And this is why it's important for me to live stream the whole time.
Yeah.
Because what happens, because I know I'm out there doing the right thing and I'm going about it the right way. There's nothing for me to worry about or hide. In fact, just like a police officer with a body cam, if they're not having anything to hide and they're doing what they're supposed to, they report for their safety. I'm going into communities that some people may not want me to find this baby boy.
Right.
That puts me in danger. And so anytime that I have that camera on, that makes that person not go the full force that they might go if I wasn't streaming. And at the same time, if I get injured or something happens to me, at least it's on stream so that way people know the truth.
I get
because
it.
when I'm coming from the good spot, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm respecting everybody 150, there should be no issues.
I see. Okay. Well, Chris, you know, I appreciate you clarifying those things, you know, just telling us exactly what's been going on and all that. Obviously, you know, when I see a post like this and it gets Chris Proudfoot out from the bushes, right? Out from his RV to start talking. And of course, understandably, a lot of other content creators, not just me, have been reacting to this post like crazy.
Oh, yeah. It's from last night. Last night it started.
Right. So it does spark a lot of questions, right? It does spark a reaction from the peanut gallery, if you will, right? So when this happened, you know, it's from what you're telling me, it sounds like this is just a misunderstanding, and they're not actually seeing the content that you make.
Right.
But I do understand. That if they haven't seen your content and but they do see that their home is being shot. I mean, I can understand them being a little concerned, but like I said, I mean, if you're doing it legally and you're not breaking any laws, you're not trespassing, then I mean, it's how you want to make that content, bruh. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Well, if you look at if real talk, if you want to look at what he wrote, he didn't see my show, and he wouldn't have known about my show or me driving by unless somebody told him the wrong information.
Right.
That's real talk.
Yeah. No, you ain't wrong.
So when it comes to them having an issue, they had an issue because somebody told them the wrong information. Because, like you say, if he came to my show or he heard about my show, wouldn't you go watch it too?
Yeah,
if somebody
damn right.
said something about you and somebody's threatening you, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you go watch it?
Absolutely.
Of course you would. So
Okay.
if somebody watches it and sees that I'm sitting there saying, yeah, that's a no trespassing, and I have people in my chat going, oh, you can go through the construction area, and I'm saying, no, guys,
Right.
I need permission. I need to find out who owns this.
Gotcha.
If he would have saw that, then I guarantee he wouldn't have wrote that post.
No doubt. I mean, if he was seeing it for sure, then there would be a different conversation. But I do appreciate you, you know, coming in, clarifying this. You know what I mean? I know that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're doing what you can to unearth the truth and to find out what's going on with Sebastian. We are all on the same page. I'm on the same team as you all day. All I want is to find Sebastian, you know, and figure out what actually happened here and what is the truth, just like you. You know what I mean? I just thought it was very interesting. The post, it was very to me. I'm like, whoa! He just came out of nowhere to come up here and say that stuff, and I'm like, I'm kind of curious about this. You know what I mean?
I sat there and I'm like, he obviously didn't watch the show because I stated everything a complete opposite of what he even stated. It's not that I didn't say. I stated the complete opposite of what he was saying.
Right.
And so if you want your missing son found and the last place was at your home, and somebody that's volunteering their time and efforts and money to try and help find your son, and the last place was at your home, then why would you have a problem somebody going by to try and come up with another direction of where maybe Sebastian went if you're really trying to find your son? So why would you have an issue with it? That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I get it. And that does.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm trying to find Sebastian.
Well, and that does spark up some red flags and some more questions. It's like, if, you know, should it really be that big of a problem? You know, is this exposing something else? Is this showing that
I didn't get out.
You know, so
I didn't get on their property. I didn't get out.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything other than I'm on another leg of my search because I was down here for 3 weeks. A week ago. Now I'm back up here for another leg. I'm trying to figure out new directions, where to go, where else I can try and find and help. And so if anybody watches, you'll see I'm going through. I'm trying to figure out, okay, we got this direction now.
Right.
Now I need to figure out if I can ask this person. It's all, if they really truly were, then why would you be upset if I'm trying to find your son?
I think
that's the last place.
I think that's an ongoing question. I think that a lot of us are going to be
Right.
I think a lot of us are going to be asking that question for sure. You know what I mean? But I will say this, though, whatever you're doing, as long as it's legal, obviously got a reaction from Chris Proudfoot if this is actually Chris Proudfoot for show. But CJ, I want to say thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully
Thank you for the time.
Hopefully we're able to, get on the same page here. Okay. Not here to try to start any drama with any YouTubers. We got better things to do than to do that. We're here to
And so do we. But sitting there putting out the information I knew about the others, put information weeks ago. They're getting information off of a live stream. I got information from actual records too. The people that want to threaten weeks ago. Might want to chill out on what they're threatening DJ with. Because like I always said, I will always win the battle of information. Sometimes people, they have to find out a certain way. It is what it is. It's about the peace, positivity, and progress no matter what. The big heart and the big boot. I got bored, Janine. I got way more. Trust me. For a while, to try and find some more answers for Riley Strain and the family. Those people that want to try and stop us from searching, they can try. But again, the battle of information. It's always 150 here. I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. This was a episode of trying information from Proudfoot to in the beginning of the show. It's all about clearing up that misinformation. I'll be taking a little bit more break. I'm probably not going to be on until tomorrow evening. I'm just going to try and rest. I got a lot of other things I need to get done at the homestead. And then after that, we'll be heading down to Nashville. By the way, we'll be teaming up Ivers and Busby Adventures this weekend for Riley Strain in Nashville. We're going to be boots and boats again, and we're going to be so get ready for that. We'll be in Nashville. We'll be doing the boots and boats again this weekend. And here's Trey, Narc Divers. Really appreciate them. I thank them for their support. I thank them for their time and efforts in trying to help find answers for any of these cases that we're covering when we're doing. Shout out to them. Beautiful people. Sub as we end the show. I will drop their links. Please go sub if you're not. And we appreciate everything that they do, and you guys do too. Thank you for not being blinded by the confetti from others. You spend all day with us. You know what we're about. You know what we're doing. Unfortunately, there are some Leduc ugly souls that just, it's not about peace, positivity, and progress. And it's not about Sebastian Rogers, is it? Always speak louder than words. The battle of information, y'all. We're going to be doing some good stuff this weekend, and I can't wait to bring it to you. More seeking and searching searching answers coming up. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Supervisor know that I have a case report over there.